How do you feel when you address subpar performance with one of your employees? Does it feel awkward and you feel like they're constantly putting up defensive shields and you wind up in a debate where they're justifying their actions and you're trying to explain to them why things didn't go so well? I mean, all of that is just awkward and it undermines a relationship. I struggled with this for a long time as a leader, and I would go from the extremes of just avoiding confronting subpar performance. And then what that did was it just led to drift, and the bad performance became a habit, and breaking a bad habit is much more difficult than correcting a behavior. Or would go off on the other end and it would just feel awkward and yucky, and the relationship suffered. So one of the things that I learned is whenever you say to somebody, may I give you some feedback, the defensive shields go up. And so what I encourage you to do instead is to feed forward. Instead of dwelling on past mistakes, focus on future performance. And it's going to completely transform these conversations. And so you can do this by asking 4 simple questions. The first one is, hey, what's going well that you want to sustain? This is a great question to ask every 90 days when you're sitting down with one of your employees. What's going well that you want to sustain? And the second question is, how have you improved over the last 90 days? And so these first 2, they're going to prime all sorts of positives. You're probably going to interject some other things that they're doing. And chances are 95 to 97% of what they're doing, it's probably pretty darn good. So let's celebrate that. The third question is, what would you like to do better for this next 90 days? So notice how that's different than here's what you screwed up last 90 days. You're saying, what do you want to do better in the next 90 days? And they'll come up with some great ideas, probably some things that you didn't think of. And you may have thought of some things that they didn't think of, and you can have a conversation about that. And then the final question, and this is absolutely vital, what does ideal support from me look like? And so when you use these 4 questions and you focus on the future, it removes all the defensiveness, because you can't get defensive over something that hasn't happened yet. So if this approach appeals to you, send this video off to other leaders in your organization and post a comment in the sections below and let me know how it's working for you.